It was a bull trap, a fake out, and a farce. After breaking out of the descending triangle pattern formation, the Bitcoin price surged through the 10K range, only to be met with a swift and heinous rejection. Is it possible that the BTC price is now setting up for a recovery here before a move to new highs? Or, my friends, does this look like the bears are back in control and headed for a dive deep down into the crypto abyss? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss the Bitcoin price and the action inside the chart right now. Here we are, my friends, right back inside the belly of the beast. This range in particular here, this red box, has been the area of most extreme difficulty for the bulls over the past several years. I do not believe it's a coincidence that Bitcoin is having trouble at this range right here, right now. What we need to do here is zoom out and understand this trend as a whole. What is the macro momentum of this trend right now? Does it look like the bulls are ready to smash through this range? Or does the probability appear higher for a plunge down into the crypto abyss? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen, moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. So my friends, this is a classic fake out. Wow, I mean, it's easy to see. Many speculators were looking at this downward sloping trend line that Bitcoin has consistently been respecting with the creation of lower highs. They then said, hey, if this breaks out above this to a new higher high on a local level, that then they will look to enter long positions. It appears, my friends, that this absolutely took flight here after hitting many a moonboy market orders right there. It bid the price up unrealistically high in too short of a time frame, and then the bears came in and bang, an absolutely flush move back down into the formation. And if we actually take our price range tool here, we could see that it was actually about a 12% move to the downside. Heinous, ludicrous, and a borderline debacle, if you do in fact ask me. And right now, my friends, this is an occurrence that we need to understand. Breaking out of a potential bull flag and then being met with such resistance is not what we wanted to see. And the fact that it's coming right inside this range here in particular is a little bit worrisome for me, okay? As I pointed out, this range dates all the way back into 2018, where we've seen the Bitcoin price double top right around this region, then all the way over here after our blow off top at 14,000. It was a multi-month support that has now flipped into new resistance once, twice, and now possibly a third time. Also, this area right here in particular, around 10,000, is in complete and utter confluence with the golden 0.618 Fibonacci extension of this macro swing in particular. My friends, this is not something to be taken lightly in my opinion, as we all should know by now, if you are subscribed to this channel, that the Fibonacci extension target from the 20K top and the 3K bottom was right here, my friends. The 0.618 lined up exactly with our blow off top range before we saw a capitulation down to 3.8K. So that was the full run there. That went up to the 0.618 golden. Is it possible right now that this whole run from here to there is going to top at the 0.618 golden? I think that the theory certainly has some validity behind it. Of course, it doesn't have to play out the same way. Past performance does not indicate future results, but I just want to put it on your radar that this would be a normal spot for some macro rejection, in my opinion. Let's get this crypto. Now, what I want to start looking at here, my friends, also is this indicator that I've never really shown on this stream before. It's called the alligator, all right? And basically what you're looking for with the alligator is the momentum of the long-term trend, right? In this scenario, I'm using the weekly time frame. So in a nutshell, the easiest way to understand this without doing a full in-depth description of it is that you want to see the bands far away from each other, right? Widespread. Think of it as the alligator's mouth is open, right? And when you're trading full candle bodies above them, above that green line there, and all of the bands are far away from each other, well, my friends, that is indicating that the momentum is very strong in the upward direction. And then on the opposite end, right, when the green line here has crossed below all of the others and the bands start to widen and all of the candle bodies are below, it's indicating that the momentum of the downtrend is very strong. And then right here in the middle, right, we could see that the bands kind of got jumbled, all tangled up, and the trend didn't really do much of anything, right? It was just trending sideways. So basically the way to understand this indicator is that it's looking for when the momentum of the trend is very strong, and then it's essentially showing that when the bands are very close and jumbling around, tangling themselves up in each other, the trend is basically going nowhere. It's basically just a sideways chop, an equilibrium, something of that nature, right? So when looking at this, you're looking for, big momentous swings in the market. And it's actually been pretty good at showing the momentum of the trend overall, as you guys can see here from our bull run all the way from 2015 through 2017. I mean, the bands were wide and got wider and wider throughout the trend with all the candle bodies above. Then right here after our blow off top, right, we started consolidating down here in this range. The bands got jumbled and jumbled and jumbled. And then all of a sudden they started to widen here, right? Wide, 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 gradually. And then once we were trading below them, it led to our capitulation out of the descending triangle here, right? And then look on the way up, my friends. We have the green cross above the blue right here, right? And then they start to widen dramatically, and it led to our blow off top at 14,000. Okay, so I think that catches you up there on the brief history, looking at the alligator momentum. Okay. And now remember what I just told you about the bands being all jumbled and tangled up in themselves, right? This is all we've had here now since November of 2019 till the present day. Okay, so the momentum of the macro trend is certainly in jeopardy here, in my opinion, right? If this was some huge big upswing, right, we would want to be seeing something more so like this, right? What we saw in our run up to 14,000, right? It's a very similar move in terms of structure, right? Basically just a straight line up, right? But as we could see here, this whole move, the alligator has essentially just continued to tangle in and of itself, right? And as I explained to you, the tangle basically it comes at moments where there's indecision in the market. The market isn't trending in a huge momentous way in either direction. So of course, just like moving averages and things of that nature, this is a lagging indicator, and this could be some bullish construction right here, right? Where we do have the green crossed above the red and the blue, and we are starting to see the bands widen out. The problem for me is that we are still underneath this large macro resistance, and more so than anything, there's just been so much tangle in this range that if we are to get rejected here, my friends, right, this tangle could just continue, right? And we start to see that there's just really been no trend here since November of 2019 in terms of the alligator indicator in particular. Let's get this crypto, right? This is something that I look at from time to time. I'm going to look at it briefly on some other charts here as well for you guys, but it's not something I use every day. That's why you don't see it on the stream. I more so look at this just from a long-term perspective, right, to understand where we're at in the market. And I looked at it today and thought that it would be interesting to show you guys as, hey, it's possible that the alligator is starting some bullish construction. But the biggest takeaway for me here is that we've just been in a tangled scenario here since November of 2019. And realistically, I mean, what have we done since then, right? We've just chopped around. I mean, the majority of the action has been right here in this equilibrium between 7,300 and 10,000. Let's get this crypto. So right now, I'm not seeing any type of large bullish momentum built on the alligator, and that's what I wanted to show you there. Now, same type of deal here on the altcoin chart, right? Look at this. In the altcoin market, my friends, this is the total cap for altcoins. We saw this get bullish all the way back here in early 2016, right here, okay? And the bands continued to widen, full candle bodies above, and really that trend lasted a very long time. Then we saw the tangle up here, right? And then it switched. The momentum went to widening bands, all candle bodies below, all the way through the capitulation, okay? And now, take a look here, my friends. Just a lot of tangle and indecision now, all the way since back here in 2019. Just a ton of tangle, chop, indecision, right? If we look at the monthly as well, I'm sure that's interesting. I mean, that's picture perfect there in terms of this. And look, gosh, I mean, that is completely a sideways market on this indicator, right? So there's just no real trend. That's what this is showing from this indicator in particular, right? And the most dangerous trading environment is when you're not in a specific trend, right? That is why all throughout the bear market, my friends, that the Don was looking to short, right? More so than looking to go long, right? When we were seeing that Bitcoin was stuck underneath all of this in here, I was just looking short, right? And then you guys know, basically, once we crossed this region here, got above this resistance, the Don was then looking to long, right? And this, is showing that the momentum was certainly up. And now you could see why this range has frustrated so many people. We've just not really been in a trend. What I'd like to see, just like what happened right here before our run from roughly 7,000 all the way up to 14,000, right? Is that we have a very similar recurrence on Bitcoin. That's what I'd like to see, is that we break the resistance range, right? We break through this area here, consolidate, and see these bands continue to widen, right? Very similar to what happened here, okay? We were seeing the bands widening, broke the resistance, and then we went bullish to our blow off top. I'd like to see the bands widening, break this, and go bullish to a possible blow off top. Who knows where that would be, but that is what I'd be looking for, okay? Let's get this crypto. So basically, my friends, I just wanted to show you that momentum right there. Right now, in terms of the macro trend for me, there's just really not much else. We have that let's put our moving averages on now, okay? These are the 21 and the 50-week moving averages, still supporting that price potentially right up here. Basically right now sitting upon our consolidation bottom right there, which is definitely good from a bullish perspective. Again, my friends, that's what we want to see. We also want to see this 200-week creep up into that green box. And why is that? It's because we've seen the 200-week moving average support the price of Bitcoin 3 times throughout history now. And if we are able to get it up into this green box here around, the $6,000 to $7,000 region, we would have all of this prior price action confluence to potentially support the price. And then the 200-week, which has done a fantastic job of supporting the price in the past, just to add some more potential bullish confluence there, potential buy pressure to come in with all of those indicators and confluence. Let's get this crypto. So, I mean, for me, my friends, this is the make or break moment. We're still seeing that the bears are definitely interested in selling at these regions, exemplified by this fake out here today. If this does have any chance of holding onto its momentum here in terms of this whole upswing right here, what I want to see personally, my friends, is that we continue to build support in here now, right? I have this rectangular, this box right here. I'll pull it, okay? This box will make it blue so we can all see it right here, right now. Let's get this blue, and then we'll change it. There we go. This range for me, my friends, is where I want to see old resistance turn into new support, right? We had the old resistance there, old resistance here, and now we've broken through. So basically, I really want to see anywhere from 9,600 down to, let's even move this up just a bit here. Let's pull this. I want to see this range act as support, which is at about 9,250 to 9,300, okay? If this range can hold, in my opinion, it's still possible that the bulls could be looking for that rip through to new highs, right? And that could change everything in this market, right? I know that a bunch of moon boys got over exuberant here and went in, right? And it took them on that trip to Wrecked City, right? Who went in that range, ladies and gentlemen? Not I, said the fly. Not me, said the flea. And certainly not Don Carbonaccio. Because the thing is, my friends, is that even though there was a breakout of this structure, it was a micro structure, right? Headed into a macro resistance. For me, I always favor the macro structure and the macro trend over a micro structure and a micro trend. Let's get this crypto. And that's basically why I was showing you the alligator today and why I chose to feature that on today's stream. Let me know if you guys appreciated that, by the way. Like I said, it's not something I use every day. That's why I just wanted to pull it up today to show you that realistically, I mean, there's really been no trend here, and that's why this range is so absolutely heinous right now, right? So let me know if you guys like that with a comment and a thumbs up, okay? Let's get this crypto. But, this is it. Either we're going to see this momentum build here on the alligator, which I would love to see, right? As we are starting to see some widening bands. I want to see us get above 11,000. That's it, and that's all. I want to see us get above there, possibly keep that support from the 20-week, the 21-week, and the 50-week moving average. Possibly keep support above 9,300, as I just mentioned, and look to move to a new high, consolidate above this red box, which then the Don Carbonaccio hopes to switch here from red to green as new support. Okay, but I cannot do that right now. It is still obviously acting as a resistance point. So the thing for me, ladies and gentlemen, is that, getting over exuberant in this range, disrespecting the technicals, disrespecting confirmations, disrespecting the macro trend and the momentum of the trend is quite dangerous here and could lead you into a situation of FOMO and a trip to Wrecked City. Right now, I am personally strategizing around the clock for my next trade setup. As I told you, I did not take a trade here upon that fake out, breakout farce of a pump. I know little James, oh, Kirby, see, ha ha ha, you got wrecked. One, I was in no position, so these moon boys think I get wrecked for some reason every time that the price goes up. I told you, Stunad, that I would be awaiting for further confirmation here. And why? Because there's always the possibility of this type of heinous dump occurring. That's why, little James. So right now, the Don did not get caught up in this garbaggio. And the Don right now is preparing to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto. So if you want to see exactly where I'll be looking to enter my next trade, exactly how I'll be setting up my next strategy to potentially crush this market and get this crypto, my friends, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now. That is where I post all of my entries, exits, potential take profit points, all of it exclusively for you there in VIP. The trend is certainly heating up. I've been saying it nearly each and every day, but this is the range, my friends. We've waited all this time for the decision to be made at this range, right? We're awaiting an ultimatum. Is this possibly going to be the new floor of a bull market, or is this possibly going to be the ceiling of a continued bear market? My friends, only time will tell here. And the Don is strategizing around the clock for the potentially large, heinous breakout in either direction. And if you'd like to see exactly how I'll be setting up my next trades for this potential occurrence, my friends, I will be posting all of that for you exclusively in VIP. The thing is, my friends, is that Again, many will continue to take that trip to Wreck City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler. Many will continue to get caught like a deer in the headlights here and get wrecked. The Don does not want to get caught like a deer in the headlights. The Don wants to crush this market and seize upon these potential opportunities if they do in fact arise. And that is what I will be keeping you updated with in VIP, is each and every strategy that I formulate, each and every exact entry point, exit point, etc. as I look to potentially crush this market. I will keep you updated with all of that in VIP. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And my friends, one last time for the algorithm, if you could leave a thumbs up here, I so would appreciate it. And I didn't say it yet, but you probably are already subscribed at this point. But if you're not, hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all. That will give you my notifications on a daily basis when I upload analysis just like this. And guys, until next time, be safe, be happy, be healthy. Don't get wrecked here. The Don is looking to potentially crush it. So I will see you all in VIP right now. I will be looking for my next trade setup, and I will be posting that exclusively for you with my exact entry points, exit points, etc. as I look to potentially crush it. So I'll see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.